Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com. Today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge interior wall sconce called the Calla. This is the 2053-15 awesome fixture. Let's get into detail. So this is 18 inches tall from the bottom of the fixture to the top of the fixture, 10 inches wide. Projection is going to be 3.9 inches from the wall out, which means this qualifies to be ADA compliant for those of you who are specifying ADA compliant fixtures. Americans with Disabilities Act says that sconces can only come out from the wall less than 4 inches, and this is coming in at 3.9, so you're good to go there. Mounting height from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of the electrical outlet box is going to be 14.4. And a great way to show you some of those wonderful little details is for you to see the installations instructions that are going to be in the box with this right now. And a good way to do that, excuse me, if you look over on the right hand side of your screen, under the pull down menu, scroll down there a little bit and you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So click on that for me. Those are the install instructions, and they have wonderful drawings on them. It's going to show you lots and lots of wonderful things, including, like I said, how it goes onto your 4-inch junction box, possibly on your gang box. These are the two different things that exist out there. It's going to show you the setup of the bulbs inside, how the shade goes on, basically all those good things, and a full parts list. So moving on from there, let's talk about this guy. So it's going to be using two of these. These are these are candelabra size. It's a smaller screw-in socket, porcelain socket. And because this is using a cloth shade, you're going to be limited to not using incandescents, but you're going to be using these, which are just good old-fashioned, well, now they're good old-fashioned LEDs. So look at that. Talking about LEDs like they've been around forever now. So you've got a total of, I believe, 14 watts total, which means 7 watts of LED. And most of these are going to max out at 7 watts, which is going to be basically around 240 watt equivalents. I have seen these out there in the world in 60 watt equivalents, and I believe if you really look around, you'll find 100 watt equivalents of these as well. As long as they're the type B, which is this kind of torpedo shape, and it has to stay this size, it doesn't matter what you use when you get into LEDs because they just don't generate a lot of heat, and they don't draw a lot of current either. So even though it says you're limited to 2 7s, you can go beyond that without a problem as long as it's an LED and it's this size. Okay. So moving on from that part of it, why don't we talk about shades on this? You're going to see a pull down menu over on the right hand side of the screen. Pull that down. It's going to say choose your shade fabric, and those are going to be all the fabrics that this shade is going to be available in. There's also a place up there where you can choose to elect and order little shade samples, kind of like these guys, and just click those little buttons, put in your mailing address, your name, whatever it's asked for, and we'll get those out the door for you pronto. It's free, gets into your hands. It's a good idea to get them because it's nice to have them to put against wood or paint or whatever you guys are doing, maybe your dog. Anyway, free is good, and we get them out the door soon. Moving on from there, why don't we talk about finish? So if you're on the website, on this page for this fixture, look over on the left-hand side of your screen in the red tabs. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide. Top of that page is me talking to you guys in a video about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart farther down on the page. So scroll down. You'll see that chart with all the finishes you can get, and I'll be talking about that chart in the video. So it's really important for you guys to watch the video, use that chart, and bounce back and forth a little bit until you kind of get a good idea of what these are all about. When you're done with all that, hop back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures. Bigger window is going to pop up, and it's going to show you lots of samples of whatever finish you guys just clicked on. Lots of different things in those finishes. So take advantage of that if you guys can. Moving on from there, I think that kind of covers basically all the really big deal stuff about this fixture. It's a beautiful fixture. I love the fact that it actually does throw quite a bit of light up too, so it can help light a room. When that light goes up, it's going to hit your white ceiling and bounce around the room. That's ambient light. So this is suitable for lots of different applications. And the fact that it's only 3.9 inches out from the wall, I can see this easily going into hospitality like hallways and restaurants, the main dining rooms, hallways, and residential applications because there's lots of room for you guys to get by. Stairways, another good place for this. Flanking dining rooms, so those kind of things. Anyway, So let's get into our showroom. Showroom has over 350 Hubbardton forged fixtures that are spread across 2 floors. We have a what's on display page. It's back over in our friends, the red tabs over there again. Shows you everything we have on the floor. We also have a clearance center, and the clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an awesome deal. You have to come here to use it, so just remember that. It's showroom samples, discontinued things, and returns. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6, and I am here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours, or you can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. When you order your Hubbardton forged fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if you ship out of the state of Vermont, and we are the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. Nobody else does that. Some larger items do not come back. They're going to be like big things on pallets or custom things. We'll always talk about that way ahead of time. And we offer a rush program. So Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. That's how you're going to get all your finishes and shades to play around with. We can cut that time in half. The upcharge is per line item. So if you have multiples, like let's say you have a couple of these Calla Sconces that are exactly the same, that's one line item, and it is super inexpensive to cut your production time in half. Just contact me for more information about that. So that kind of covers things up. You guys have any other questions, let me know, and thanks for stopping in. Take care. Bye-bye.